Hi! Welcome back. I'm a boy who knits. So, you may notice I finished a project. I finished the hat. So these were the gloves, fingerless gloves, wrist warmer things that I'd made earlier. Um, I made one of them on a plane on my way back from Melbourne to Brisbane, which is in like a 4-hour flight. So that's how easy these are to crochet up. And I really wanted to do a hat to go with them. So I'd started this kind of circle and apparently was doing that in a half double crochet, I think. And then put it down for months, picked it up the other week. Thought I'd done a single, which I hadn't. So you can see there's a bit of a, if you can see that, there's a shift in the pattern. It's very difficult to see, but there's a line. Yeah, you can kind of see it there. There's a shift in the pattern, and so I then switched to a front post, back post, double crochet rib for the side. You see that there? Which is really cool. It turned out really, really well. I was just experimenting and trying to find something that worked. And yeah, it's gorgeous and I love it. It has a kind of flat top, which makes it look kind of funky, I think. I like it. I love it. I think it's gorgeous. And then, of course, it's Brisbane, and so it's way too hot to wear this. But that's okay. I will keep it for next time I head down to Melbourne or over to the UK, or when we have a cold day in Brisbane, which, I mean, it's still winter, technically, I think. So hopefully we'll have another one, and I will get to wear that and the matching wrist warmers, which is so cool. So, I know I said I wasn't going to start any new projects, but something came up. So, a friend of mine didn't realize that I knitted, and then I told her that I knitted, and she was like, I really want a cowl, and I like capelet, and I can't find anything that I like. And so we had a look on the internet, and she found this pattern that she really loves, and she paid for and bought the yarn, which is great because I cannot afford to buy any more yarn, especially not beautiful Debbie Bliss cotton. And so this is what I've started. It's only kind of the bottom so far, but you see that there. So this is a really cool cable pattern. It's been a while since I've done a cable, but the cable is really gorgeous. The pattern is the Rustic Tweed Cape from the Queensland collection, Ella Ray. So that's the pattern. I'll try and link to that on the show notes. And yeah, so I've been working on that. Because it's a cable pattern, it's taking forever. Although I did manage to pick myself up some more teeny tiny DPNs, which are the cutest things ever. And I got like 5 of them for $10, and I'm using them as cable needles. I will possibly eventually wind up using them as a hedgehog, but I do everything on circular needles now, so they're probably just going to get used as cable needles. Why I need 5 of them, I don't know, but I'm sure I'll find a reason. So yeah, so that's that. It's gorgeous. My other thing, because I needed to work on a work in progress, was I reached into the bag and pulled out this, which is a rainbow Mobius scarf. I did a whole bunch of these a while ago, using a pattern that I actually came up with myself, which, while I was studying topology, and actually did it using the topology maths, which was really cool, because it's got all of the color changes in it. It has a huge number of ends that need weaving in. So when I first made this, which would have been about 10 years ago, it's probably been sitting there for about 10 years without ever having been finished. So when I started this, I didn't weave in the ends. And so now I should and have to, because that is my project to finish. So it was half cast off and half not. So I have to finish casting it off, and I have to weave in the ends. So yeah, so that's what I'm working on at the moment. Generally, aside from that, things have been really good. David, my partner, and I have started a Stitch and Bitch at our place, so we've had a couple of those now, and they've been going really, really well. Really enjoying them. It's so nice to have people around. And we just move you in. It feels a bit weird having you so far away. There we go. Yeah, so we've been having a Stitch and Bitch and bringing people in and having friends over, which is really cool. My favourite thing about it is that we decided to go for a craft agnostic Stitch and Bitch. So we've got crocheters and knitters. David's doing bobbin lace, which everybody seems to go crazy about when they hear that somebody is actually doing bobbin lace because they think it's really complicated. He assures me that it's not. I can't get my head around it, but I can crochet and he can't. So I guess we're fine. We've got drawers, sculptors, one guy who's doing Viking knitting, which is like making chain using this really cool Viking method, which is like so amazing. It looks so good. So yeah, so we've got a whole bunch of people doing different things, loom knitting, all kinds of things. So that's been really great. This morning, he and I, he was at work this morning, and then after work he met me because I'd escaped to go and find coffee because I was biting the head off anybody who got in the way. And we went to the Queensland Spinners, Weavers and Fibre Artists Fibre Arts Expo, which has been running for 3 days up at Mount Cootha Botanic Gardens here in Brisbane. It's run by the Queensland Spinners, Weavers and Fibre Artists, who I am a slightly lapsed member of because I haven't paid my membership yet for this year, so I will do that. And he's decided he's going to join as well, which is really cool. So we're both going to be in there and going to start going back to Wednesday night Night Owls, which was my old group, which I used to go to. And yeah, like I bumped into a couple of people from Night Owls today, and it was so nice to see them. It was so exciting. So I think I'm remembering how important it is to have kind of people to craft with, and regular crafters and supportive people and stuff like that. Because I stopped going for a while when life got really busy and complicated, and I think now it's time to get back into it. So yeah, so that's where I'm at. As usual, support your local yarn shop. So the Debbie Bliss cotton denim DK that I've got there is from Yarn Glorious Yarn, my local independent yarn shop. Although if I get anything new, which I'm not allowed to do, but the stuff I was tempted by today was all hand spun by members of the Queensland Spinners, Weavers and Fibre Artists. So if you have a local fibre arts group in your area, check them out. They probably have a really cool emporium or shop or something like that. Partly for members, so they can buy fleece and bobbins and all of the various things that you need when you're going to be spinning, weaving, knitting, crocheting, making lace, all of the things. They probably have a really cool shop for that, but often they will also sell yarns that have been spun or dyed or both by their members. And independent, locally spun yarns are amazing. So this is my challenge to everybody out there, is find out whether you have a local fibre arts group, and if you do, go check out their shop. I'm not telling you to buy things, but if something is beautiful and you just can't help yourself, that's on you. All right, that's it for me for the week. I hope everybody is doing really, really well. I will try and put the details of the pattern that I'm using for the capelet down below, along with the yarn. The pattern for the Mobius scarf I never actually wrote down, but there are several kind of variants of that available on the internet, so go nuts. And I'll also put in the details for the... I think I put the front post, back post rib on the last video. So if you're interested in that, go check out the last video. Aside from that, I'll try and be a bit more on top of things and get back within a fortnight. But until then, I've been a boy who knits. I'll see you next time.